Oh, the irony. It seems our dear Harry is a tad lost thanks to Meghan's grand exodus from the oh-so-rational land of Hollywood. You see, when these two lovebirds decided to flap their wings away from the UK, they said it loud and clear. They wanted privacy and financial independence. No more piggybacking on Harry's family riches. A noble idea, right? Everyone seemed to nod in agreement. But here's the funny part. We seem to know more about them now than when they were snuggled up in their royal nest in the UK. You might think they'd try to keep things low-key, but nope. They're like magnets for headlines. It's as if the royal family has some secret recipe for staying in the spotlight. But hey, Harry and Meghan, here's a pro tip for you. If you're craving that sweet, sweet privacy, maybe stop broadcasting your every move. If you stop sending out invites to your daily lives, maybe you'll finally taste that elusive privacy. But let's be real, you probably don't want that. After all, you need an audience to cheer for your every step, right? But hey, I have another idea. Just hear me out. How about you just hunker down in your palace, close the windows, pull the blinds, lock the doors, and give your hardworking staff a day off? A quiet day where nobody knows what you're up to because you're finally alone. But then again, as I've said, Harry seems to be struggling with life a bit. You see, just because Harry managed to snag that infamous actress and set up a cozy home in sunny Southern California doesn't equate to living a fulfilling life. What exactly is he talking about? Or did I miss the memo? Last time I checked, their names weren't on the guest list for the Emmys or the Oscars, the ultimate litmus test for Hollywood relevancy. And speaking of Meghan, has she ever sashayed down the red carpet solo? Each time I remember that, I can't help but chuckle. Remember when the MOS had Meghan sidestepping the red carpet with Harry because she didn't quite meet their real criteria? That stung a bit, eh? Judging from Meghan's classic sourpuss expression, it seemed she felt the burn. I almost felt a twinge of sympathy, but not quite. Here's the kicker. Meghan and Harry keep insisting they're these compassionate humanitarians, yet they only seem to be truly invested in one cause: themselves. Well, here's the twist. The dynamic duo seems hell-bent on filling their own coffers, which I suppose forms the core of their union. That's right, folks. They bolted from the royal family only to try to charm them into sending more cash their way, and when that didn't quite pan out, they turned their sights onto anyone in the US willing to toss a few coins into their hat. Bemoaning about how the royal family decided to tighten the purse strings must have been quite a performance. Their survival strategy? Nabbing deals with Netflix and Spotify to ensure their security detail got their paychecks. Life sure is tough, ain't it? They find themselves wedged between the proverbial rock and a hard place. And Harry, playing the innocent, claimed they were flying blind without a plan. Maybe he didn't have one, but trust me, Meghan Markle was a step ahead. It's as if no one bothered to break the news to Harry that the cash well was dry, or that marrying a soap opera star from Canada wouldn't bankroll a royal caliber lifestyle in SoCal. Yet, he bought into Meghan's promises. She had him convinced that she was the darling of the masses, that directors would be falling over themselves to have her on their rosters. But let's not sugarcoat it, folks. That was a tall tale. Now that Meghan has signed with WM, she's toiling to carve out a professional identity separate from Harry. She seems to think he's the golden ticket. Reality check, neither of them are. And Meghan is poised for a harsh lesson after a few more botched deals. Talent and a solid work ethic are key in this game, folks. Does Meghan have that? I'm afraid not. And at this point, it's looking pretty bleak for our erstwhile royal couple. I predict a few stormy seas ahead for Harry and Meghan, who might soon be struggling to stay afloat. I can almost hear the clucking of chickens coming home to roost. What baffles me is their detachment from reality, their response to the negative press about their floundering business ventures. They pin it on the coverage. Talk about a lack of self-awareness and public empathy. While Harry and Meghan were wrestling with their first world woes during the pandemic, millions lost their lives, and healthcare workers were pulling double shifts without million-dollar contracts to keep them afloat. They opted to trade their cushy, all-expenses-paid digs at Windsor Estates and luxurious holiday getaways for a shot at a career stateside. And who do they blame for their business fiascos? The press. The nerve. In my humble opinion, this is how the hustling couple snagged $230 million worth of deals in the US. home entertainment powerhouses Netflix and Spotify were starved for content. When the world of entertainment was put on pause, restaurants shuttered, and life as we knew it hit the brakes, Hollywood had a revelation. Meghan Markle, in their eyes, was a no-talent show. They simply weren't buying what she was selling. So guess what she did? She pivoted to a different industry, adult entertainment. Meghan found herself on yachts, dabbled in adult films, and even hosted at Soho House. She had to fund her lifestyle and her plastic surgeries somehow, right? And let's face it, the coveted lead role in a blockbuster movie wasn't exactly within her reach. Here's another curious observation. Ever since lockdowns lifted over a year ago, Tinseltown has been buzzing with awards shows and swanky parties. But have we seen Meghan and Harry gracing any red carpets or featuring on any guest lists? Nope. So where are these two heading? Here's a zinger. Spotify has roped them in for a series on mental health in collaboration with UNICEF. Neither Harry nor Meghan are certified mental health experts. Heck, even individuals who have battled mental health issues like addiction and have managed to turn their lives around with professional help and support systems would be better suited to speak on this topic. But Harry and Meghan? They seem to be navigating their own stormy seas, with Harry grappling with addiction. They aren't exactly in a position to provide society with any positive insights at this point. So what's their best bet? My advice? Sell off the mansion, move somewhere affordable, and start living within their means. How about embracing a humble, self-sufficient lifestyle under King Charles Enterprises, with a focus on organic permaculture? They're already in California, land of avocado trees and citrus orchards. They could even keep a few horses. There's a whole world of opportunities out there for them to root themselves in a productive lifestyle. In their relentless pursuit of fame, fortune, and greed, Harry and Meghan have single-handedly tarnished their own images. It's hard to see anything good emerging from this mess. I hope investors take note of the bad karma that comes with favoring the privileged, talented, hard-working individuals who truly deserve the spotlight. Sadly, we live in a world where the titled rich and famous often receive preferential treatment, while the rest of us struggle to make ends meet. It's high time their titles were revoked, and I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix, too, changes its tune after recent events. I'm onto them. I mean, come on. With all the help and resources they have at their disposal, how difficult can it be for them to create or produce meaningful and profitable content? If I had even a fraction of those resources, I'm confident I could do it. Both of them could put in some real effort and contribute constructively to the world. If I were Harry, I'd be brimming with creative ideas to revolutionize the media landscape, especially with the support, manpower, and financial backing they enjoy. But alas, what they lack is business acumen. They've become such a burden that accountants would rather not have their names associated with their balance sheets. It seems they're averse to certain responsibilities, just like Meghan. Frankly, I put more blame on Meghan than Harry from the get-go. She had this grand vision of becoming a dominant force, a highly sought-after brand. Their performance in that infamous Oprah interview was a masterclass in shaping public perception. But let's save that story for another time.